Hello guys, I'm the lead singer and rhythm guitar player of Everything Speaks. I'm also known as Little Slitt. I started my music career pretty early on. My dad showed me, well, growing up my dad played guitar a lot. And we used to have this old truck that it was just like a single cab, like it only fit 3 people. And there was this one CD in that truck that we always listened to. And it was Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses. And I grew up on that kind of music because that's the music that my dad listened to. Like, I was with my dad a lot growing up. And my mom also listened to things like 3 Days Grace and like, you know, the different type of music. And I wanted to be just like Dad, you know, like all kids do. And so I asked him if I could have a guitar. I was really young, and I asked him if I could have a guitar. And he told me, you know, wait, you're not old enough yet to play guitar. But I begged him and begged him until he pulled out this, I'm not sure what year it is, this Gibson Sunburst Les Paul. And he taught me the intro to Enter Sandman, and I fell in love. Like, I fell in love with this guitar and like the whole music thing. So basically I'm just making this video, you know, because people don't understand where I come from. I hear a lot of artists say, oh, this music thing's really in my blood, you know, I've been doing this for a while. But it's really people that are just listening to their favorite rapper and, you know, wanting to be just like them. And I'm sure you could use the argument that my music sounds like Lil Peep, but it doesn't. I see where you're coming from, but that's a genre. Emo rap is a genre, and I know people are trying to do things different, and, you know, people tell me, they're like, well, if you want to blow up so bad, then why don't you do like something different, something nobody else is doing. I don't want to blow up. Like, I'm not doing this to be famous. I'm doing this because I've did music since I could even remember. My earliest memory of my childhood was picking up that guitar and playing it. So, I will stop periodically throughout the video, just to explain some situations that are going on. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. Leave a like, comment, go check my music out on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, anything you want. It's all out there. Love you guys.
Oh, what's his name? Haspe. And we're getting ready to start our career. Let me set these here.
This table's crooked.
Yeah, that table's crooked.
Stop it! How do you like it?
So basically, I got back in touch with this kid that I used to play guitar with a long time ago. It was my babysitter's son. I got back in touch with him and we started playing, you know, and his mom loved this idea that we were just little kids, you know, we were playing instruments together. So she bought him a drum set and, you know, we started making music from there on. You know, we didn't really know what we were doing. We were just kind of playing stuff that sounded right, sounded like our favorite artists, you know, like Metallica and Five Finger Death Punch, you know, things like that. And then a little later down the road, we met, I met Ethan. Ethan's the lead guitar player for Everything Speaks. And he originally was supposed to be the bass player, but I kind of lost touch with him in the middle of all of that. And then kind of near the end, you know, near like recently when our bass player went to basic training, I got back in touch with him and he said he played guitar, and so we brought him over and did rehearsal, and he did really good. He had a lot of the same views that we had, but he listened to different bands, which that's something that we really enjoyed. We would really like people that come into our band and they have different genres they can add in, to kind of intersplice the music. And the story of Keegan, my sister used to date Keegan a while back in high school, and he would always come around and he played bass a lot. So, so I kept in touch with him, and we hit it off too, and the band thing. And then a little later down the road, I met this girl named Jaylyn. And one day I used to despise rap music. I used to hate rap music with a passion. And, I was like into the emo type music, like the grunge and like Pierce the Veil, the really emotional type music. And she was playing Save That Shit by Lil Peep. And I asked her, I was like, who is this? And she said, it's Lil Peep. So I went home and I was, searching around for his songs, and I started listening to like Cry Baby, Beamer Boy, like all the basic ones that everyone starts out with. And I got deeply into it. And then one day, Haspe, the drum player, he was already into rap music. He was into rap music before I was. And I talked to him, and so he bet me. I said, Haspe, I was like, I'm a really good artist. I said, I guarantee you if I started rap music, I could do really good at it. He said, no, you won't. So here we are today. I'm just trying to prove him wrong. So if something did happen and I did blow up, and they ask, where did it all start? I'll just say, well, this wonderful woman that I met, and a bet between me and my buddy. So the rest of the video is going to be showing you my journey through my rap career that I've been doing. I'm currently waiting on the bass player to get back from basic training from the military to start the band back up again. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the clips, and I'll talk to you guys throughout the video again.
Swallow my pain as you slowly fell apart.
Quite ironic.
Haspe, you scared to go get your guitar?
Yes.
My gram, she'll be like,
I do too. You got the whole band set up here.
you're like, you gotta get over here. I don't want to play live thing. I was like, what? What are
Got the
you
whole
talking
band
about?
set up.
So basically after all of that, I started making music, and I was making it at a very fast rate. I was dropping like 2 songs a week, and they were pretty decent too. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. Like I was just basically turning the knobs until it sounded right. Till it sounded like something that I like to hear. And I got Haspe into it, and I got, you guys know him as Deserted, but his real name is Jaden. And I was laying up in my room one day, and I was with Jaden. And I looked at him, and I said, we gotta start like a group. I was like, we gotta start a group. I said, it would be more powerful if we were all in one group. And we were like, what do we name it? And we started thinking of like all kinds of stupid names, And I looked up on my ceiling, and on my ceiling, the brand that like built the house, the styrofoam on the ceiling. I live in the attic, and it was like Clotex or something. And I looked at Jade and I said, Coltex sounds really cool. I was like, Coltex sounds like badass. And he's like, yeah, that does sound cool. I was like, well, what do we do to make it cooler? Because it can't just be Coltex. And he said, what about Coltex Gang? And I'm like, nah, And I said Coltex Click. I was like, no, that's dumb too. And he's like, what if we called it Coltex Boys? I was like, that sounds pretty cool. So we did that, and then Haspe joined Coltex Boys. And then we had our first show on February 26th, I think. And it was the best show that we've done yet. I'm not sure why, and I'm not sure if it was just the first show. But a lot of people came, and it was just a big hit. And now we have listeners everywhere. I mean, Haspe and Jaden, they have listeners around the world. I have listeners around the world. I'm working with people that are kind of high up in the companies, and it's doing really well for me. And I'm really glad that I took the opportunity to get out of my comfort zone with the metal music and the rock music and try to do something that everybody would love. You know, because everybody listens to rap music, and I love my fans so much, because without you guys, I would not be here. I could be doing this, I could be making the best music in the world, but without people to like it, I would be nowhere, and I wouldn't have the motivation to do it. So this is basically a video to show you guys where I came from, where I'm going, and how it's been. And it's a video also to thank every single one of you who come to my shows, who post my music, who listen to my music on a daily, who just support me 100%. Big shout out to Salt 99, Luis, and Melodies, who perform at almost every show that I do. They have no issue paying the charge to get in. You know, they're really polite, and they just put on a really good show for everybody. Shout out to them. Shout out to Chad Johnson, who does the lighting and the sound for my shows. Yeah, and I don't remember all security guards that do my security at the shows. But thanks to you guys too for keeping it sturdy. But I love you guys, and thank you for supporting me, and keep it 100. Stay slitty.
To the man. Don't have to bring me down right now. I'm nothing but time. I'm just here now. I'm
You landed.
now.
New York City.
To shine, sipping on some wine. I still get high, just don't cry. I wonder why you wanna die.
Fine, I won't say my final goodbye. I'll just sit here over time. I don't want.
Tell me that I'm done with love again now.
This one.
There, boy.